Your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to jail.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today's case comes out of Michigan, where we're dealing with a self-proclaimed living man who decides to run through the familiar sovereign citizen playbook in court. He challenges the system using the same kind of scripted legal theories we've seen before, and as you might expect, the court isn't exactly persuaded by any of it. So let's get into it.
Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail. There we go. Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Snyder II. I'm the natural person. I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else. So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
If you have to keep reminding everyone that you're a living man, maybe the problem isn't the court's understanding of your status. It's the fact that you've convinced yourself this phrase somehow changes how the law applies to you.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. So,
No problem.
recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. Is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm not, me being a living person, I don't my name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there. Okay.
I don't have no sorry. I don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all, period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Let's break this down in simple terms. Whether he agrees with it or not, he is a Michigan citizen. The alleged traffic stop occurred within Michigan, and he has voluntarily appeared before the court. That establishes personal jurisdiction over him. As for the court's authority to hear the case itself, the magistrate's subject matter jurisdiction comes from the applicable Michigan court rules.
Okay. And you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening. That charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
At this point, the judge appears ready to move forward without entertaining any more of his jurisdiction arguments. Since he is refusing to cooperate with the proceedings, the court essentially moves toward entering a guilty plea on his behalf for the charge of driving without a valid license.
Okay. So, what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So, I'm not asking if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of not having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And your overstanding is incorrect, sir. But we are not going to get into that for now. You are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor charge with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So,
At this time, the court is going to set a pretrial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pretrial for that entity? I don't. Yeah.
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pretrial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
Just because your name appears in capital letters on a document, rather than being written in some ridiculous format, doesn't suddenly mean that the name belongs to a separate legal entity. The person standing before the court is still the same individual, regardless of how the name is formatted.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pretrial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded in with, excuse me, sorry, the documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case. That's I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records. That
So
good enough?
whatever documentation you have,
Mhm.
bring it with you to your pretrial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So. And again, that court date, June 26th. Okay, will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter a that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction, though, correct?
Yes.
How? From
No.
my understanding, that
And
has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
The defendant insists that the court is completely wrong and refuses to accept its explanation. Instead, he continues arguing that the court does not understand the issue and maintains that its interpretation of the law is incorrect.
you are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay, so at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to jail.
The court makes it clear that he is required to appear because there is an actual court order directing him to be there. His living man and straw man arguments don't change that obligation, and the judge essentially points out that the pressure he's experiencing is coming from his own refusal to accept the consequences of ignoring the court. So that brings this hearing to a close. He was reportedly given a personal recognizance bond, although there was also a monetary show cause matter keeping him in custody, so it's unclear whether he actually walked out of jail. What we do know is that another court date is already scheduled, meaning this story isn't over yet. We'll see what happens when he returns and whether he continues with the same arguments. And a special thanks goes to Old Squishy Gardner for sending over the footage. If you enjoy courtroom content like this, make sure you check out his work as well. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss the next courtroom update.